You ever just stop and wonder, what is the point of it all? It's this question that kind of whispers at you, at the edges of our busiest days. So today, we're going to dive into that really profound, very human search for meaning, a journey that honestly every single one of us is on, whether we realize it or not.
Yeah, it usually starts with something just like this. A question that just echoes in those quiet moments. This really fundamental curiosity about our own existence. We all wrestle with it. And you know what? That shared struggle is one of the great things that connects all of us.
Okay, so the first thing you've got to realize is that life doesn't just hand us a neat little instruction manual. Nope. Instead, it presents us with a series of really powerful and often pretty difficult questions.
We start by asking, what truly matters? I mean, in a world with a million distractions, what actually deserves our precious attention and energy? It's a question so big it can feel completely overwhelming, almost paralyzing sometimes.
And then, of course, life throws its curveballs. It confronts us with loss and hardship, and it forces us to ask, how in the world do I get through this? And that's a question that demands way more than just some smart intellectual answer.
And finally, the ultimate one, the question of our own mortality. How do we face the end? But wait a minute. What if we've been looking at all of this the wrong way? What if these aren't problems to be solved with just our minds? What if they're actually invitations to be lived into?
So, if the answer isn't some simple sentence we can memorize, where do we even begin to look? Well, we can think of the search like a journey through different landscapes of human experience, these specific places where meaning often starts to reveal itself.
We find these fragments of the answer in really powerful moments. Staring our own mortality in the face can bring this incredible, sharp clarity. Curiosity, well, that acts like our compass, always pulling us toward what truly fascinates us. Love grounds us, right? It connects us to others. And suffering, surprisingly, it deepens us. And the very act of making meaning, that becomes a daily practice. Each of these gives us a piece of the puzzle. But here's the thing. No single piece has the whole story.
And that's the core issue, isn't it? The complete picture of a meaningful life is it's too vast, too textured, to be squeezed into a single definition. It's not a sentence we can memorize. It's a way of living.
And this leads us to a really crucial turning point. A moment where we stop asking the question in the same old way, and we start to see the entire problem from a completely new angle.
So first, let's just be really clear about what meaning isn't. It's not some motivational quote you can just scribble on a sticky note. It's not some piece of ancient wisdom you can just memorize to get you through the day.
And it's definitely not a formula either. There's no secret recipe, no 5-step plan that, if you just follow it perfectly, will magically make your life meaningful. It's something much more integrated, much more alive than all that.
And here it is, the big shift. We've had it backwards this whole time. We thought we're the ones asking life for its meaning. But what if life is the one asking us the question? What if the way we live, day in and day out, is our answer? So that brings us to this final and, I think, most powerful idea, the living answer. It's this realization that our actions, our choices, and where we decide to put our attention, all of it combines to form our unique answer to life's great question.
So the shift is exactly this. The answer isn't found in some abstract theory, but in the actual concrete pattern of our choices over a lifetime. It's not hiding in our big ideas about life, but in the real texture of our everyday moments. It's not about what we say we believe, but about how we actively give our love and our attention to the world around us.
Now, of course, this living answer isn't about achieving some kind of perfection. Not at all. Our lives are more like a really complex tapestry. There are going to be knots for sure. There are going to be frayed edges, and there will absolutely be moments of deep confusion and loss woven in there. But here's the hopeful part. Even with all that messiness, a coherent and beautiful pattern can still emerge. A meaningful life doesn't mean a flawless life. It means that even with our limits and even through our sorrows, something truly significant is possible.
So in the end, the measure isn't what we thought it was, but what we actually did. The questions that really matter become things like, did we love well? Did we give of ourselves? Did we try to bring attention to our days? When things got tough, did we endure with some dignity? And did we leave behind little traces of kindness and courage for others to find?
So ultimately, meaning isn't some treasure you stumble upon or a gift you're handed. It's something you create. It's an active, ongoing process, one that requires patience when you feel lost, courage when you feel afraid, and love always.
So it all comes down to this. This simple, powerful reversal. Life is asking the question, and every single day, with every choice you make, you are crafting your reply. The only question left is, what answer is your life going to be?